children of all ages.
All right, get out of here. I'm retired, I'm not dead yet. Jeez. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Mullet Mike here, bringing you, that's right, creepy gaming. Okay, all right, yes, I know, I retired, I get that. But guess what? I'm back for a one-time shot. Tonight, we are going to be talking about Resident Evil Village. Yeah, that's right. If you've followed me in the past, then you know I've covered all the numerical Resident Evil games. So I figured, why not Resident Evil Village? Or Village. Resident Evil 8 Village. Resident Evil Village 8? Thank you. Happy Halloween, everybody. It is that time of year. So again, that's why I figured I'd just do this little one-time special just to say I love you. What? Well, hello. You gonna join the show? This is my buddy. This is our new co-host. Speaking of which, this is actually a perfect segue right now. Instead of, trying to sell like my Patreon or anything, since this is a one-time thing, I'd rather everybody go check out the ASPCA. I'll have a link down below. If you've got a few extra bucks in your pocket, man, throw them that way. They're a good company. They're a good organization. All right, we got a hell of an episode for you today, don't we, Kitty? That's a yes. So without any further ado, haven't done this in a while, turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some creepy gaming. On May 7th, 2021, Capcom released Resident Evil Village, the 8th numbered entry in the survival horror franchise. This is a direct sequel to 2016's Resident Evil 7, set 3 years after the events of the last game. You play once again as Ethan Winters, this time traversing through a twisted village in Eastern Europe. Alright, spoiler alert. I'm sorry, I know we just started the video, but there's really no way around it. If I want to give a proper review of this game and let you know how I feel, then here it is, official spoiler alert. After the events of the previous game, Ethan, Mia, and their newborn daughter Rose now reside in Europe. My guess is to get as far away from Louisiana as possible. Instead of searching for Mia like in Resident Evil 7, you are now searching for your daughter Rose. Right off the bat, this game bitch slaps you in the face. After working so hard to save your wife in the last game, they kill her off immediately in this one by, out of everyone, Chris Redfield and company. I've never really liked it when video game or movie sequels kill off a main character in the beginning. Especially when you spend the entire game investing in saving said character. Anyway, I digress. I understand why the developers made this choice. It is truly a jarring moment to start off the game and adds to the importance of you rescuing Rose. After being abducted, Ethan wakes up next to the wrecked transport truck and runs into a hellish village that gives off some serious RE4 vibes. You encounter some townsfolk who reveal they are actually members of a cult who worship someone known as Mother Miranda. This is right before said villagers are attacked by a group of lycans or werewolves seemingly out of nowhere. That's right, lycans, also known as werewolves. Werewolves, also known as lycans. The hell is that? This is supposed to be a professional outfit. No wonder I'm retired. Lycans, also known as werewolves. Werewolves, also known as lycans, are in this game. Instead of the mindless horde of zombies that we've seen time after time, this game decides to freshen it up a little bit with these furry little fucks. Nice addition. I truly enjoy it. After the lichen attack, you get captured and brought before Mother Miranda herself. This is the trial of Ethan Winters.
The man is of no real use to anyone else, and my daughters do so love entertaining foreigners. Furthermore, I can assure you if you entrust the mortal to House Dimitrof's, my daughters and I shall deliver to you the finest.
Way ugly! I want to see! He's away!
Brother, shut the fuck up!
What? Where?
You mean you'll screw around with him in private, and where's the fun in that? Give him to me, and I'll put on a show that everybody can enjoy.
Ugh, so gauche. What do we care for bread and circuses? The man thinks suffering is assured.
Yak, yak, if the man's dick is cut off in the castle, blah, blah, blah.
I've heard all your arguments. Some of you were less persuasive than others, but I've made my decision. Heisenberg, the man's fate is in your hands.
Watching this out of context might have made you think that you missed something, but you didn't. This game is just that fucked up. Much like the eccentric Baker family from Resident Evil 7, this is our new cast of ghoulish generals. These beautiful people are Mother Miranda's 4 lords. There's Heisenberg, Moreau, Donna the Dollmaker, and everybody's favorite vampire they'd like to fuck, Lady Dimitrescu.
Ass for cash.
Alright, sit down, that's enough. Jeez, act like you've been there before, boys, come on. Hey, put it back in your pants. These 4 act as the respected bosses for each domain. From here, you must run from a pack of lichens, and in turn, the game begins. Resident Evil Village is perfect for a Halloween special because the entire game feels like a giant tribute to classical horror. Instead of traditional zombies, they are now lichens, so we got werewolves. Mother Miranda gives out some serious Suspiria vibes, reminding me of Mother Suspiriorum. This game features witches of all shapes and sizes. Lady D is a vampire, and her daughters were even inspired by the wives of Dracula. Heisenberg represents Frankenstein, and Moreau is like a hunchback, Igor, or even Quasimodo. Even the name Moreau comes from the island of Dr. Moreau, a tale about a mad scientist who performed animal modification experiments on human test subjects, much like the Umbrella Corporation tests on their subjects in this series. Witches, vampires, werewolves, villagers with pitchforks. This game acts as a love letter to classic horror. While this drastic departure from the rest of the series may have alienated a few players, I personally welcomed it. Resident Evil 7 dipped its toe in the water with the supernatural aspects with the addition of Evie or Evelyn. If Resident Evil 7 dipped its toe, then Village jumps balls first, cannonball style, into the deep end. Much like the rest of the series, Village features several scary moments, disturbing creature design, and creepy Easter eggs. But today I would like to focus on some eerie moments from the game. In the beginning, you are instructed by Mia to put Rose in her crib. As you walk around the house, you can see little baby Rose in your arms.
There you go, sweetheart. Don't you worry. I'll be right downstairs. Daddy won't let those weird fairy tale monsters get you.
There's something up with that baby. I don't like it. I don't know why, but this baby gave me some serious Uncanny Valley vibes. Little did I know that this would be some major foreshadowing for one of the game's most disturbing moments.
What? My power is leaving me!
Have you ever been eaten by a baby? I have. And it sucked. It wasn't fun. You know how much baby food I had to fight my way through? It was gross. It's gross, man. It's fucking gross, Dan. Perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself. Allow me to give you a little context. The lord we are talking about is the aforementioned Donna the dollmaker, Beniviento. You'd probably recognize her alongside her doll, Angie. As a matter of fact, I didn't even see Donna originally the first time I played through the Trial of Ethan Winters. You see, Angie is wearing an all-white wedding dress, whereas Donna can be seen wearing a black morning gown, veil and all. So yeah, it's easy to focus your attention on the creepy laughing doll instead of Donna, and I think that's the point. After traversing the terrifying Castle Dimitrescu, you make your way to the Beniviento Manor. Before you enter the home, you'll see this gravesite surrounded by flowers along with this floating pollen. This pollen is the active hallucinogenic ingredient that makes Ethan trip balls. Now, if you know me at all, then you know I love it when a game goes off the deep end. This is already a horror game, so throw a trippy scene in the middle of it for the best thrills. There's been a trend of this in the last few years where some games add hallucinogenic scenes. From the Batman Arkham games to Hellblade to the Far Cry series, these trips are everywhere now. The first scene I remember seeing like this was years and years ago with the original Max Payne. So yeah, Resident Evil Village has one of these scenes, and it is the creepiest part of the game in my opinion. Once inhaling the pollen, you know something is amiss when Ethan sees his dead wife, Mia.
What?
Ethan, come with me. There's something I have to tell you.
Mia?
Matters only get worse when you make your way into the Beniviento mansion. Here you will learn all about Donna and see her doll collection. Ugh. She also forces you to solve a puzzle made to look like Mia.
Is this a doll of Mia?
This obviously messes with Ethan. And you know what? Not just mentally, as a matter of fact, Ethan gets all kinds of fucked up in this game. Dude's fingers, dude's hands, dude hits a sword just straight to Once solving the Mia puzzle, you experience the traumatic hellscape that is this giant baby.
I don't feel safe.
This seemingly comes out of nowhere. There is no indication, no red flag, no warning, just giant man-eating baby. The creature design in this game is amazing, but this particular model is terrifying. I can't remember anything quite like this in other Resident Evil games. This is grade A, bone-chilling, butt-fucking nightmare fuel, no thank you. This was the most tense part of the game for me. I felt more threatened running for my life from this baby than any other point in Village. It is assumed that this is a hallucination of Ethan's, alluding to the fear of losing Rose. Whatever it is, it's amazing and it really helped make the experience for me. From here, you will eventually run into Donna and Angie. That's right, the trip's not over yet. It just gets stranger from here. Here you'll see these creepy dolls floating, laughing, playing, and talking. You may also notice them glitching out from time to time, especially when playing hide and seek with Angie. The final time you find her, you stab the doll in the face, only to see the veil of hallucination lift, revealing that you actually stabbed Donna Beniviento. Now you may see why this part of the game messes with your mind.
It's over. Mia, I'll make things right.
Resident Evil Village featured a number of creepy factors. It's nice to play a game that feels both familiar to the series, yet something different, a departure from the status quo. From the terror-inducing Lycans, the mad scientist Heisenberg, the sympathetic monster Moreau, the mysterious Mother Miranda, this weird-looking dude, to the tragic tale of Donna Beniviento or Lady Dimitrescu and her daring daughters, Resident Evil Village has done more than enough to forever go down in creepy gaming history. I'm really glad that some of you guys suggested this game and wanted to see another creepy game. I was going to get around to playing it eventually, but because of your comments and your support, I can honestly say you have truly made this year's Halloween season special for me. Thank you all. Resident Evil 8 Village is a beautiful game. Any way you look at it, it is a beautiful game. Between the production design, the creature design, the musical score, the atmosphere, there's so much about this game that was done right. I understand people's gripes. I do understand some people not enjoying it as much because they felt it went a little too far astray from the original series. I personally really dug this game. As forementioned, it is a beautiful love letter to all classic things horror. From Mother Miranda to Moreau to Lady D to Heisenberg, and of course to Donna, Beniviento, and her doll Angie. This game has done more than enough to forever go down in creepy gaming history. I would like to thank each and every one of you for the long time support. It's really cool, and I really hope you enjoyed this one-time Halloween special. This was a lot of fun to come back to. It's been cool talking with a lot of y'all and working with a lot of y'all again. I'm glad to see y'all, and I hope everyone's doing well. I look at the future as a blank canvas. You just never know what could be created. That's going to do it for me today, folks. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I am Mullet Mike saying, stay creepy, my friends. Peace.